This is an overview of 21 years at Elizabethtown College of the Robotics Machine Intelligence lab, also the architecture studio. I founded this lab and studio in 1999. This was an original talk I gave in Vienna, Austria, as part of the EduNet, and updated in 2020 with new virtual reality things and some other things that we've done. My name is Joseph T. Wunderlich. I'm Associate Professor of Engineering and Computer Science, and I coordinate the computer engineering and architecture programs. I have a background in industry and in academia in both architecture and computer engineering, mostly known for computer engineering, but I've had some significant contributions to architecture as well. Some of the early projects, over 200 student projects since 1999, probably over 300 now. Just a couple sample pictures, NervousNet, Submarine. A history of symposiums predating the Elizabethtown College Scholarship Day, 11 Robotics Machine Intelligence, 5 Sustainability, 6 Architecture. Some of the first 10 years of some of the students, or the first 10 years, first decade, where they're at now, PhDs, top executives. Some significant changes since 2000, the $22 million new building with a laboratory, new relationship with Phoenix Contact, growing international activities. This is the laboratory. The lab also contains many publications. These are part of my personal library. I let the students borrow all the time. All kinds of robotics and machine intelligence and supercomputer research, textbooks, and architecture and architectural engineering books also. A new relationship with Phoenix Contact in the mid-2000s. It's been about 15 years now. Jack Neelig, really good man, good leader. Phoenix Contact USA. They sponsored, been our major sponsor for our Wonderbots in our first decade of robot competition. 3 major competitors in international competition. Students named it Wonderbot. Many of these students have gone on to top jobs, PhDs, Stanford University, Dartmouth, Google, Intel, IBM. Details of the competition, mostly graduate schools, fully autonomous, robot vision system, GPS. Some details. Much Phoenix Contact equipment. We were awarded a certificate for being able to figure out wireless communication called JAWS, some military protocol for coordinating tanks in the battlefield. They change it all the time. It's like TCP/IP, but different. Links to and publications, and links to publications related to the robots. Growing international activities. I was a visiting professor at the University of Trento, PhD students and researchers, advanced robotics. I have since been back to Italy a number of times, 6 times, and have a relationship with a number of universities, also reviewing grants and publications for the Italian government. I was a keynote speaker in Japan related to some mixing of technology and architecture, and then followed up in London, similar research. We host competitions at Elizabethtown College and also judge the nationals. I've done that a number of times. We had some of the first students involved with this nanotechnology, PLCs, programmable logic controllers. This is now a national competition. Students from Midwest and Northeast and South a little bit. See some of the contenders here, the nationals. Local all-star at Dalton High School. She is a team who's won a number of times in central Pennsylvania, United States. It's a sample contest that hosts at Elizabethtown College, 2019. Some of the other things we have done in the past, hydroponics with the Phoenix Contact programmable logic controllers. This was scaled up and put into the basement of the Student Center for growing plants for the cafeteria. Also had periodic special events, director of game development for Axis Games, cybersecurity symposium with some of the world's leading experts on cybersecurity. You can read more about these individuals on this link. Very high profile, significant individuals in cybersecurity. Those three individuals came because we have a U.S. ambassador in residence, John Craig, two administrations, also working very closely on security issues for the U.S. government. Abroad, Vice President of Boeing Aircraft, venture capital CEO, and those individuals came on his behalf. He's given several lectures as part of the laboratory and the laboratory initiatives, and you can see one of his videos here. Constantly getting donations from Phoenix Contact. You can click on some videos here and see some of the sophisticated integration we do with a number of different devices with the Phoenix Contact equipment. We use the axial line controllers in a number of courses. We've developed our own manuals, uploaded to the educational database of the EduNet, Phoenix Contact. We now have new technology just donated. We're just working on this now. We also have architecture in the lab, so with new programs, sustainable design, architectural studies, soon certificates, master's degrees, hopefully. We have freshmen, architectural or simple built model. Then we do some high-tech stuff with 3D sophisticated modeling and a number of different packages and animations. Had quite a few students now doing projects like this over the years. We actually help out with some conceptual ideas for the college of new things, including here you can see potential new Cedar Hill housing campus. Assuming we will soon have graduate students potentially living here, physician's assistants, and growing occupational therapy programs, as well as new graduate programs and certificates. Unfortunately, 2020 coronavirus mandated some online, much more online, but we're all geared up for that already. You can see plenty on my YouTube channel and my website of all different formats that I use for doing that. I prefer face-to-face, but we are fully equipped think better than most to do things online. We also now have virtual reality equipment that we've been implementing in the laboratory. This is in our 2020 scholarship day of teaching assistant here with 8 students, architecture ported into virtual reality after being rendered in Revit. He also had a separate independent project you can see here where he rendered the entire campus in Revit and then ported in virtual reality for the present, and also 1924 from archival images provided by the library. You can see more on my website, YouTube channel, LinkedIn, other social media.